My name is Daniel Perez and I belong to the National University of Comahue, Argentina. Thank you very much for the invitation to this international conference on advances in civil and ecological engineering. The work that I will present was developed with the co-authors Cristian Ceballos, Florencia González, James Aronson, and Maria Elena Oneto. The work was carried out in southern Argentina, in the Patagonian region, in the province of Neuquén, and in an ecosystem known as Monte Austral. It can be seen marked with a grey tone in the figure. The vegetation lacks trees and occupies only 45% of the total area, and it is distributed in oval patches of various shrubs and herbaceous plants. The average annual rainfall in Monte Austral ranges between 18 and 230 millimeters. With approximately 903,000 square kilometers of extension, Argentine Patagonia has been uniformly affected by excessive and anarchic grazing pressure since the 17th century. In this particular but extensive region, there were boom and bust periods of mineral and hydrocarbon extraction, causing severe scares in the landscape and cascading well-known ecological consequences and problems in the socio-economic metrics. The typical bottleneck stage for new plant recruitment in degraded drylands is seed germination and seedling establishment. This stage can be avoided in specialized nurseries under controlled conditions, that is, with the utmost care and attention. With seedlings from nurseries and plantation, it is possible to obtain higher percentages of survival, growth rate, and plant coverage in general. The production of seedlings of native species of arid zones requires many tasks, ranging from the collection of seeds, their processing, the elaboration of formulas of substrate, obtaining supplies, the task of sowing the seeds, and the plant care. Also, the planting task is very laborious. Several supplies are required and a lot of work to prepare the planting microsites and great care in the placement of each plant individually. For some shrub species in Patagonia, survival values of around 90% have been registered for some species, as we can see on the left side of the slide, for 3 species of Monte Austral. On the other hand, the sowing results only reach values of 20% after the first summer, as is shown on the right side of the slide. However, in this work, we propose that the decision on the technique to use should not only take into account ecological results. We hypothesize that direct seeding may yield excellent cost-effectiveness ratios in relation to outplantings, even with the low seedling survival in direct seeding and high survival in outplantings. We postulate that this possibility occurs when the seeds are abundant and easy to collect. Pregerminative treatments are not necessary or very easy and inexpensive to carry out. This figure reflects the results of cost calculations. The direct cost of each mentioned activity were appropriated to units one seed or one seedling according to the technique, considering mortality. To obtain the total cost, the unit value was multiplied by the number of expected plant per hectare. Here we can see how, for example, the weed control activity has a very high cost, and obviously this cost vary in accordance to the nursery technique. In this synthetic table recently published in an article in Restoration Ecology, we can see for three species, Senecio subulatus, Variedad subulatus, Atriplex lampa, and Yalis argentea, with a very low seedling survival percentage of 4% approximately for Senecio, 6% approximately for Atriplex, and 20% approximately for Yalis. In this case, in the three cases, the costs are 60% lower in cost in relation to plantings. Even the plantings offer values of survival of 80% approximately for Senecio, 90% approximately for Atriplex, and 90% approximately for Yalis. In these pictures, I'm collecting seeds of these species that we call framework species. They have the characteristic of producing many seeds per plant with very few germination requirements, which make them very easy to use in high-scale restoration of degraded arid lands. At the same time, these framework species achieve high survival rates in outplantings. It is possible that in every arid or semi-arid ecosystem, few species meet these traits. Here we have three studied framework species. In A we can see Atriplex lampa. In B we can see Senecio subulatus, and in C we can see Yalis argentea. Finally, I would like to remark that the direct seeding is a potentially important strategy to help meet large-scale restoration challenge of drylands. Also, it is possible to combine direct seeding with planting of only a limited number of fast-growing framework species, which require more costs. A limited number of plant species can improve microenvironmental conditions for direct seeding. Additionally, in the same hole, two or more different species with no competitive root system can improve the diversity of interventions and could be a valuable strategy to explore. I want to especially thank all my team of the Laboratory of Rehabilitation and Restoration of Arid and Semi-Arid Ecosystem in Argentina, and the kind invitation of the organizers of this conference. Thank you very much.